All right, I just got done mowing the range. This is the second range. Run and gun, it's a half mile. I thought I'd take a video to give people a tour of what this actually is. So this starts off in the worst part of the range. It's pretty crappy ground here. I think it's coming off that hillside right there. The grass doesn't grow real good here. But anyhow, you come to this deck right here, and there are 4 targets, pistol targets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're spaced the way they are so that you have to move between each one. You just can't shoot them all at once. The object is to shoot each one 3 times. So get 3 hits, run up, 3 more hits, run up. So 12 shots here. And there's the 4th. So as we get further along in the range, I like it better. The grass gets more lush. This is the first rifle section. So you can be against that barrel if you want to. Up there are 3 targets on the hill. They're at about 105 to about 115 yards. 3 black diamonds. Shoot those 3 times each with AR or twice with 308. Run down here. It's the right time of day. This is nice and shady. It's getting towards evening. So we're running along. Little stand of trees here off to my right that goes the entire length of the range. Kind of makes it into a big U. So you come up here, and this is the second rifle section. Stand outside of it. So you can shoot off this barrel if you like, or I've mowed some grass out here. I put on the highest setting of my mower, so it's probably about 4 or 5 inches tall still. But I did that so I can get prone here. I really like shooting prone. And there are 4 targets in the hill. They are black squares. There's 1 black diamond. They're kind of hard to see. By that tree on the left side, there's the farthest target, and that's like at 145. And that one always gives me a hard time. And there's 3 others that are about, I think, 125. And those ones you can really ding pretty easily. Okay, so you sling back up, run this way. Having this grass short's really nice. Cuts down on ticks, gives you a clear place to go. I can find my brass easier in the shooting decks. And I think it just looks nice. So continuing to run up here. Maybe you can see those targets on the hillside better now. This is the second pistol deck. I'll step off it a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. I have 3 pistol targets here. And these, I meant so that you can shoot them all at once. 3 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots. Holster up. Run up here just a little ways. Oh, those targets were at about 17 yards. I've got a little 4-inch circle right there. And that's at 10 yards. There's that target by the tree if you can see it. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's in shade. That one just kicks my butt. So we holster our pistol. I sit down usually here. And up on the hill, it's going to be kind of hard to see because of the sun. But old Haji's right up there at the end of this path. Up there a little bit. It's 85 yards with a rifle. You just sit and do that one. So we'll get a better picture of him here in a second. Run here. This is a really easy run because it's slightly downhill. You can really pick up a good head of steam right here. The problem is from now on, for a little ways, it's uphill. And man, about this time I'm starting to get gassed because I'm trying to run all out. I'm not just screwing around. The point is to get your heart rate up. So run up here, and there's a better picture of Haji right there. This is a pistol deck right here too, and I shoot this one 3 times, and that's at 20 yards. Now, I'm going to veer off for a second. That round disc up there, right by the edge of the shadow, that's my 150 and 300 yard target. That's an 18-inch disc. So, there's where we were. Come down. We're going this way. We just shot Haji 3 times. First with rifle back at 85, then a pistol at 20. Another pistol deck right here. 18 yards. There's 2 targets, pistol, 3 times each. Continue to run. Boy, it's so nice in the shade. You can see the trees off to my right, making the range a big U. We're coming up to another pistol deck. So we stop, draw 3 rounds on that target. It is also 18 yards. And we're going to run along this. And I come to a little fork. Generally, I've been going to the right of the fork, and there's a reason why. But I could go straight if I decide to skip the station. So I'm going to take a right downhill. And there's a rifle deck right here. And this is 150 yards from that disc up on the hill. It might be a little bit hard to see. It's right there by the shadow line. Run back up. Always love running uphill with guns. Come right around. And running back downhill. Coming up to one of the last pistol decks. And we're going to stop and holster 3 shots each on both those targets. Come down. That is a total of 14 targets. If I'm shooting them 3 times each, if I'm clean, it's 42 rounds. Pretty yellow flowers in here. The bees love it. The farmer whose field this is also lets a guy who has hives station some hives out here, but they're probably about a quarter mile away. And there's so many of these yellow flowers, the bees wouldn't really bother coming up here very much. I mean, these fields are just lousy with blooms right now. Running downhill, pretty fast stretch. You can really lengthen your stride out and make some good ground here. We're coming up to the last rifle deck. Got a couple a couple white barrels filled full of water. All these barrels are filled full of water so they don't move around. So from here, we shoot that gong. It's 300. And I've mowed a little bit out in front just so I can go prone again. If I don't mow that, then it gets so high that I can't see the target because I'm kind of below the target right now. But if a guy wants to, you can also rest on these barrels. Put this piece of wood down so I mark where 300 is. Like my wife will use these barrels. She won't go prone. So we continue on, running downhill. This grass is really lush down here and thick. Completely opposite the other side of the course. A lot of pheasant down here. Pheasant, we get deer, antelope. Usually I scare some up, but I think the mower scared them away today. Here's the last pistol deck, and we're coming up on the Texas Star. So from right here, I think we're at 16 or 17 yards, I forget. We bang off the Texas Star. I like shooting the blue one first, then the orange. That way I know I get it spinning, and then clean off the other ones. So if we shoot clean with the pistol, including the Texas Star, it's 47 rounds. I've got this little area mowed out just so I can pick up the plates easier. And usually I have the plates stored on top of the Texas Star up here, just because otherwise they get knocked off by cows, or the wind will take them off sometimes. They just lay on the ground. So then we're moving on. Now one thing, I'm going to back up just a second. There's a lone tree out there. Do you see it? From that tree, just to the left of it, there's a little flat spot. If I'm sitting up there, I can get 600 yards in that gong, which is a lot of fun. 600 with an FAL is really a hoot to do. I've mowed out a track for the truck. But we're done shooting, so usually at this point I'm walking. There's really not much point in mowing out this track for the truck. It just kind of looks nice. And also, I guess maybe the thing is, once all this grass dies, which it will another month or two, it'll prevent less of a fire hazard from it all being under my undercarriage for so long. I guess one last thing is it also keeps me driving to the same spot so I don't track up this guy's field, you know, with a million little tire tracks. Here's that line of trees. It's a nice line of trees. Look like deer like to hide in there. So all the way around was half a mile. I've been doing this with just a push mower. Next year I think I need to get either another range going or a riding lawnmower. But that's it.